Growing up around violence in Cameroon, one young activist saw an opportunity to transform the narrative of his community, starting off with a peace campaign in schools.
Violence does not scare me, but rather makes me to want to build peace.
I educate and build the skills of young people in Cameroon to prevent them from crime and violence to build peaceful communities. My name is Achaleke Christian, and I'm a change maker.
Achaleke Christian Leke grew up in one of Cameroon's most violent neighborhoods.
I grew up in Fiango Kumba. It was known for a lot of crime, violence. In such a space, I had firsthand of what poverty, of what social pressure, peer pressure could push young people to do. And it was a day-to-day thing, street fighting, gang groups fighting, and houses burnt, and it was a lot that was happening. But all of this is an inspiration to what I've become today.
Achaleke runs Local Youth Corner Cameroon, an NGO dedicated to conflict prevention and community development. And he says the key to a civil society starts with the youth.
So today we are visiting one of our schools in Korbisong. We have a program which is called the Spread Love Campaign. And we developed this program because we realized that hate speech has been the source of violence in schools. Hate speech has been the source of crime, of the kind of conflicts that we are facing in Cameroon. In Korbisong is one of those neighborhoods where a teacher was stabbed by a student out of hate. So we have developed this initiative where we go to schools, we train children, we talk to them, we sensitize them, and we give them opportunity for them to develop tools in which they can be able to spread love.
Thank you all very much for welcoming me, because we are here to talk about spread love.
We are going to play games, we are going to do essays, some people are going to win prizes.
Achaleke started working with Local Youth Corner Cameroon when he was just a child himself.
So Local Youth Corner became a home for me from 2007 as a young boy. As a volunteer then, I would do theater for the organization to talk about community issues. And gradually, it grew to become a passion. And my whole drive with the organization was how to ensure that young people don't go through what I went through, or what I saw, or what I lived. And I grew within the organization, and in 2013, I was made the Deputy National Coordinator, where I had the opportunity not just to do theater, but to be able to lead at some level.
Achaleke has grown with the organization since then.
For the past 14 years, it has been part of my life. And it's everything I believe in, to build a community which will be violent-free. Today we are 25 of us, and we've grown from one office to 2 and to 3, and we are setting up a 4th one very soon.
But his focus remains the same, ensuring the next generation leads and promotes a peaceful life.
The problem is that hate starts from this level. Our mission is to ensure that we do not have war, we do not have violence, we do not have conflict, we do not have people hating on each other. Those who spread love, let me see their hands. Whoa, let's clap for ourselves. It is very, very important, okay? We try to imbibe in them what we call love, because love is what is the root to respond to all the conflicts that we have. Today, we are proud to see that many children in these schools have become spread love ambassadors, not only in their schools, in their homes and their community. And they are the future for peace in Cameroon. You know, Boko Haram has set a lot of families apart.
After witnessing children displaced by the ongoing Boko Haram violence, Achaleke set up a school exclusively for these victims.
We said, let's create the Salam Initiative. Salam means peace, and this initiative provides free schooling for children who have been affected by Boko Haram. We provide them with life skills, we provide them with psychosocial support, because many of them have gone through trauma, seeing their families shot in front of them, run in bushes. We try to provide them with food and ensure that they have a safe space to learn. And today, as we speak, we have 150 of these children who are benefiting from this Salam School initiative.
Love is a good thing. Love is a good thing to spread. Love. Because love is a good thing.
I'm very sure that someday these children will tell the story of how their hopes of becoming lawyers, teachers, doctors, transformers of the community started from an initiative from a group of young people who had no money but had passion and wanted to change things. I think with education we could build peace, and that's why we started that program.
Next, Adeleke shows us the work he's doing inside prisons. Adeleke Christian Leke is a self-described civil society activist. His work includes educating and empowering the youth and advocating for peace policies. Having come from a rough neighborhood in Cameroon, Adeleke also saw an opportunity to help rehabilitate the prison community.
Well, the prison initiative which we started was actually inspired by my own personal life. As I said, I was very fortunate that some of the wrong things that I did growing up as a young person, I didn't find myself behind bars. But I had a lot of my friends who went to prison. When they leave prison after maybe 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, and we see them back in prison, then I could not understand what was happening. I came to realize that our rehabilitation programs in prisons were weak. So I said, let us develop a program. We developed an initiative called Creative Skills for Peace. And the whole idea was to work with young people in prison, give them vocational entrepreneurial skills, work on their leadership skills so that they can become prisonpreneurs. And prisonpreneurship today has become a brand where we've been able to work with 5,000 prisoners in 8 prisons across the country. And we have prisoners today who have new skills and they have their own businesses.
Today, Adeleke is checking in on some of his prison programs.
We are at the Kribi prison where I'm visiting one of our vocational and entrepreneurship centers, which is training women and men in prison, young ones, on fashion designing because we believe that it's a skill that is very, very transformative. We set this up in 2017, and today we've trained over 50 women who have gone through this process. They are producing some of the uniforms which these kids would use. It's a kind of restorative justice and building something income generating for them. That's why we call them prisonpreneurs, because they learn from here, they generate income while they are here, and even when they go out of prison, some of them have started their own workshops and they are now generating income for themselves. Thank you so much. People are happy with the good work that you do.
Adeleke has also facilitated an inmate-run hair salon within the borders of the Kribi prison.
The idea was to create a safe space, a barber shop out of prison, run by prisoners for the community, because it helps the community to see them differently so that they should be ready to receive them. It has been running effectively, having hundreds of clients. These inmates generate income, and at the same time, the women gain the skills and they go to open up their own salons. Since 2019, it has been very successful. My vision for young people who have committed crimes before is to ensure that they do not go back to crime. And that's why we are working so hard to amplify our prisonpreneurship program into all prisons across the country, and also hold the government accountable and push the government to ensure that prisons can become production grounds.
Adeleke has been recognized near and far for his tireless efforts.
In 2016, when I was received by Her Majesty the Queen, and I was named by the Commonwealth as the Commonwealth Young Person of the Year. In 2018, I was named the Luxembourg Peace Prize winner for the Outstanding Young Peace Builder. Across the world, I've had opportunities to work on UN Security Council resolutions, and also I was named as UNESCO's Real Life Hero for the work I did around COVID-19.
Of all the accolades, Adeleke says his favorite is an honorary one.
Well, I think one of the greatest recognitions I had was in prison, when the prisoners named me the father of prisoners. Because you have not just come to prison for fanfare, you've come because you understand the pain that we feel. This is the kind of impact. And I believe that these recognitions are not just for me, but for the young people with whom we work and for the young people who benefit from these programs.
And Adeleke says there's no one that's benefited more from this program than who he's going to see next.
Michael is a young man. This is his workshop. We met him in prison. He's part of our prisonpreneurship program. And Michael was incarcerated for 135 years. But with time, his time of prison was reduced.
And after he left prison, he has been able to set up his own beautiful workshop, and he has people he works with and train, and now he produces other things. I'm very excited to see the uniforms for our Salam school produced by him, and even school bags, branded school bags that he produces from scratch. Michael today has won several recognitions locally for the products that he produces, and today he's an inspiration to others because he's also helping other prisoners. He goes to other prisons to tell them that learning skills and having something else can actually stop you from crime and violence. I mean, I'm very, very pleased. He means a lot. He means a lot to me.
So I feel that the impact of the work that I do has grown from me to a group of persons, to the world. And today I'm proud that I've been able to reach out to over 1 million young people physically and traveled across the world widely, not just to talk about stories, but to show real life examples of people who have changed and become better and are building peace across the world, in Cameroon, in Africa. And that's how it has been so far.
You can watch more stories like this on our website, cnn.com/African Voices. Thanks for watching. I'm Aritopo, and I'll be back next week with more change makers.